Hey everybody, we're here today with Carson from Enviro-Master. Today we're going to be doing a franchise speed dating lightning round of questions for him. Thank you, Carson, for joining.
Thanks for having me, Cece.
All right, first question. So tell me a little bit about the brand and a little bit about the mission and purpose.
So, Enviro-Master, we are a commercial cleaning facility services vendor. To be honest, I really kind of like avoiding the word commercial cleaning because that makes people think of janitorial. But a lot of our customers rely on internal staff to do spot check cleanings throughout the day. What we do is basically provide one vendor to go the extra mile. We do a set of deep cleaning services that has always focused predominantly on restrooms, but now we do power washing, window cleaning, deep cleaning floors, and provide a handful of solutions like paper products, hand soap, air freshener that help save the customer money.
Who are the customers of Enviro-Master, and more importantly, how does Enviro-Master help the franchisee get those customers?
Historically, our target markets have really been heavy in food and beverage. So like fast food, casual and upscale dining, quick service restaurants. We've always done a lot of gas stations, but in the last few years, we've gotten a lot of influx of like grocery stores, gyms, auto service, like tire shops and oil change centers. We've always done daycares, entertainment venues. So really it's not, like I said, the traditional janitorial customer that needs like someone to sweep under the table or to vacuum. It's businesses that are trying to protect their brand. And what we do to help franchisees is a combination of corporate accounts. Basically, our team goes out, generates a contract with large brands. 25% of our customers in 2024 came from corporate account relationships. Inside sales is a team that does cold call appointment setting. So they pick up the phones, essentially qualify, talk to the potential customers, these business owners and GMs, and set the appointment for the franchisee. And at the end of the day, I don't want to sugarcoat it. This is a sales driven model. So even if the corporate account comes in or the inside sales appointment sets up the lead, or obviously if somebody comes in through the website, we have vendors in place to help with marketing and social media content. Someone sits down face to face with that decision maker, talks about our value proposition, points out the areas where we can save money or provide a brand equity enhancement, and then gets them to sign a contract. So this is still a sales-driven business model.
Excellent. And that sort of leads me to my next question. Talk to me about your ideal owner. Who are you looking for?
The truth is we don't have a traditional mold for franchisees. The biggest thing that I know our executives look for in a owner is coachability. Of course, they need to have drive. They need to have the ability to build a team because this is a people-driven business. But if they can follow a business plan, if they can look themselves in the mirror, and of course, have the ability to build connections, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be the technician. They're probably not going to be the salesperson long-term. Some of our franchisees do sales, but that's not necessarily a requirement with us. It's kind of all over the place. We have engineers, we have finance. Heck, one of our top 10 is a former history teacher, not necessarily what you would think when I say sales-driven, that like everyone has to be business development background.
Awesome. So what is the franchisee doing every day? What does a typical day-to-day look like?
The biggest variable in that is going to be where are they in the life cycle of the business, right? So the first $1 million in business, franchisees are usually going to be pretty involved in day-to-day. They're going to either manage or be performing sales. They're going to occasionally be involved with hiring and doing quality assurance, going back in and checking up with customers. So the most important thing is making sure that that financial model is being followed, and then kind of making sure that the team is following it as well. So just kind of following that business plan, maintaining the warehouse inventory, handling any kind of inquiries that come through the website, usually about that $1.5 million level, which we have plenty of franchisees that are there. That's where they can find themselves as more of an executive that's over the business. They're not necessarily in it day to day.
And let's talk a little bit about the numbers. What does your item 7 look like? Like, where is the bulk of the investment going?
So we have two different investment options. There's a single unit and a multi-unit option. I'll just focus on the single unit. The single unit territory basically has a total investment between $96,000 and $220,000. The biggest variable in that number is going to be the amount of working capital that the business owner has. The biggest asset that we have is probably the company vehicle and the power washer. All of our franchisees are required to have one wrapped company vehicle. Most of them, of course, make a down payment on that when they purchase the franchise and then use third-party financing to pay off that lease. The same thing applies to our power washer. Our power washer, depending on the option they choose, can be anywhere between 30 and 60 grand. And so, of course, most people usually don't pay for that outright. They make a down payment and then they use some of their working capital to make those lease payments. Outside of that, there's probably about 10 to 15 grand in equipment, having an initial bulk load of inventory and supplies they need to run the business.
Thank you so much. That was great. Lisa will be doing a deeper dive with Carson, so we'll be sure to link that video in the description of this one for those who want to learn more about Enviro-Master. But Carson, thank you so much.
Thank you.